Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is good? What the fuck is good? What the fuck is good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Look, I wasn't gonna stream today, but I was like, fuck it, man. There's too much going on for us not to stream today, so here we are. No, I'm not in Cali. Shout out to my plug. Here we are. It's good to see you all. And there's a fucking lot happening. So market open today, and then we're gonna do the normal stream. Chad, I think we have Calvin on today. I think we're gonna have Calvin on today. Quick. Roll call. What's up? New Citrini article. Cool. We'll read that shit. What's good? Vibba, what's good? Kayla, Ride Time, One Spicy Meatball, Jeppe, what's good? What's good? What's good? Pegasus, E.T., what's good? Sparky, what's good? Chunky, what's good? Sherbet, Vita, Hammy, Live the Life, Kira, Doodle, Hammy, what's good? All right, let's get it. All right, here's the deal. Here is the deal. We have a bunch of stuff to cover. Obviously, the most important thing right now that we're watching the hardest is oil price. And, bro, it's just getting candled right now. Trump just made these comments, and it's getting fucking candled. I'll read it to you. Trump just posted right now. This is a Trump candle. Let's see. I don't even want to watch this yet. We'll watch this later. Hold on. An American tanker got hit. I don't know if it was like an American.
Claim it a strike to claim.
Brother, thanks. I don't know if it was an American, like a U.S. tanker, or if it was backed by you. Like, there's some nuance in that. I think. I don't think it was an American tanker. Let's see. I'll tell you what it is. Let's read. I want to read the Trump comment though, and then we're gonna do market open. Let's see. Indian ship owned by U.S. Yeah, okay. It was like a little unique. How do I find the fucking what's it? First 47 response. What's it called? Why is it so hard to find this? Here. So Trump just made this announcement. How do I long or short CL? I'm trading on a hyperliquid. Trump on Truth Social. The United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. But of far greater interest and importance to me as president is stopping an evil empire, Iran, from having nuclear weapons and destroying the Middle East and indeed the world. I won't ever let that happen. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. Oil dumping now? Where? On what chart? I mean, he just candled it. I mean, he basically just came out and said, on what chart is it dumping? He basically came out and said two things. One, we're not going to stop in Iran. And two, I don't care about the oil price. And I mean, look, I'm not going to, I talked to Claudia today about yesterday's stream. It said you have to stop saying, quote, I did the math because you said it too many times yesterday. So I'm not going to spam I did the math. But all I'm saying is that the longer this goes on, the longer the Strait stays closed, the bigger problems that we have. And they're in no rush to get this thing open. It feels like it's going to be a nasty market open, too. I'm not going to lie. So let's see what we have. I have Chris Wright. Secretary Wright did an interview. Not Secretary Wright. Head of Energy Wright did an interview and talked about escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, I'm not exactly sure that he is somebody that we can trust on comments regarding the Strait. But we can only take what we can get, right? So we'll take what we can get. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like it's going to be an ugly open, but we'll see. Nvidia's down like 1% and some change. What was the exact? I saw that tweet. What was the actual tweet? Let's see. That was pretty funny. I don't think Secretary Wright is the best source for escort info. LOL. Yeah. I would agree with that. No, oil's definitely not dumping. All right, let's see. Market open's about to happen any second now. We have 30 seconds. Stock market opens, and it feels like it's going to be another crazy day. Chat, what position? What are you guys in? What are you in? What are you holding? What are you long? What does everybody have right now before market opens? Give me something. Wow, just fucking ready to candle. All right, let's go. And stock market is open. SPY gap's down like 1%. Short BTC, chemicals, oil, Nvidia puts. I feel short hype since I don't own enough. Memes, oof. Crude holding at the level. Yeah, SPY down 1%, basically. Q's down about 1%. IGV opens green, which is crazy. I'm on gold for some reason. I don't think that's the worst trade. Crude right now is just candling, bro. Let's see. What's on my screen right now? IGV. Brent over 100. Look at, okay, save that, Chunky Nuts, fertilizer company. I'll come back to that. Brent, we know the line in the sand is basically 100. Over 100, and we have Trump panic. But I don't know. He just came out and made these comments. He's like fucking down to candle it, I guess. Okay, what do we got? Palantir opens green, up 2%. Software with a bounce. All defense is green, basically. These chemical stocks are ripping. Ladinol Basel, it's up 4%. Dow Inc. is up 5%. Nvidia down 1.3, kind of a gnarly candle. SanDisk down 1.5. Apple down 1, falling off a cliff. Look at CF. What is CF? Wow. Wow. Agricultural chemicals is up 7% today. Jeez. All right, what do we got? So software is green today. Netflix flat, Microsoft flat. Oracle had a crazy earnings, ripping. Oh, are the banking stocks bad? Let's see. I saw people short. Morgan Stanley. Oh, down 5. Bank of America. Down 2. How's the Dow? DJI down 1.2. Wow, big gap down in the Dow. This is never gonna break 50. This might never break 50,000 again. Micron's down 2. Had a good day yesterday. Meta down 1.5. Amazon down 1.5. Tesla down 1. Google down 0.5. AMD down 1.5. Intel down 2. Where's SPY? Bitcoin off a cliff. There's just one Bitcoin buyer. There's legitimately one Bitcoin buyer. And he's a complete lunatic. The most important chart in the world right now. Let's see where SPY is at. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Look at this daily on SPY. Not great. This is good. Feels like this. We're going to sweep this. I feel like the airlines trade isn't bad medium term. Okay, where are we? Jet, blue, down 4. Bro, I think you should sleep a little. This is that bad? Do I look that bad right now? American Airlines down 3. Where's Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid, holy fucking Lord. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is crazy. Careful with airlines. Yeah, they're just down so much. This is gnarly. Hyperliquid is fucking gross. NTR looks gross, just candling right now. What's NTR? Nutrient, chemicals, agriculture. Agriculture, chemicals seems to be the chemical sub niche that's fucking nuts. Okay, what else we got? Hims, oof, was up a lot in the pre-market, down bad. Circle flat. Figma green. Software looks good today. Strategy flat. Water ETF, candling. What else? Hood down 2%. Gnarly candle. That's my new thing, by the way. Gnarly. I've been saying this a lot recently. TSN down 2.5. Visa down 2. Robux down 1. Coinbase 1.5. Nike's just been getting fucking crushed. Just lower, 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 lower. I think it's had like 12 days in a row or something. What else we got? PayPal flat. DoorDash down 1. IGV sort of retracing. Yeah, it is. No. It's green. Totally gnarly, dude. I know. I'm spamming it. I've been dragging it. All right, let's let a couple candles close, and then we have some stuff to go over. All right, let's do this. Quick intermission. White House new edit just dropped. What do you guys think?
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it! Here comes the heat from the USA. Boom! Pins down. What a strike! That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah. That's official White House account posted that last night. Just brutal, man. I can't get cortisol spiked. Iran will seek compensation from enemies or destroy their assets accordingly. Wow, this just came out, huh? This is a crazy one. Bro, come on, it's funny. Bro, no. It's not funny. All right, let's let a few candles close and see where we're at. SPY down 0.8. It's kind of holding on, but it doesn't look good. They can't destroy my Bitcoin. No, they can't. SPY 670, the line. Yeah, we'll see, man, if this can hold. We'll see if this can hold. I kind of thought we were going to see some more blood today, to be honest. I mean, there is, but like, look at this NVIDIA candle recovery. The market just wants to go up. It really just wants to go up right now. For no apparent reason. Palantir up 2. I'm out of this, by the way. I sold Palantir to buy oil the other day. I'm out at like 52 or something. SPY closes green today. It probably does. SPY plus world's ending. Brent's over $100. Private credit imploding. SPY plus 0.5%. Fuck it, right? Yeah, here's where we're at, basically. New Citrini dropped. Let's see. We'll cover this in a second. I think he's... Oh, this? Or this? Threadguy, we need UBI so I can buy more memes. You're probably going to get it, man. You're probably going to get it, brother. Maybe not yet. Where's the Citrini? Oh, it's straight on Substack. I got it. Thanks. Also, Chris Wright did a speech. We'll watch it in a minute. Let there be light. All right, cool. Oh, it's paywalled. We will watch it soon. What topics on this afternoon stream? A lot, brother. A lot. I don't even know yet. A lot. A fucking lot. Also, Calvin's about to come back. Yeah, SPY doesn't want to go down, bro. Green candle on SPY. I don't see a big green candle. An important one. Below 670, I do think it gets ugly. Calvin's my hero. Yeah, he's on a Jenny run right now. He really is. One Calvin, probably the same time. NVIDIA losing the green. 5 p.m. EST, most likely for Calvin. I got to bring him back. He doesn't really answer to his DMs, so it's sort of like, I don't blame him. He's kind of going through some stuff. So there's a lot going on in his world. So he's not really checking DMs, but he'll show up. he's good for it. And we'll run it back because when he was on, I think price of crude was like $82. And now we are, Bitcoin holding on actually impressively. And the problem with BTC right now is there's just one bidder. There's one bidder, and it's Sailor. That's it. And if you remember, Calvin rage quit Twitter after Chris Wright. Look, I don't know if it was Chris Wright or who it was, but somebody in the White House pulled off one of the gnarliest, like, I don't want to use the word scam per se, but one of the gnarliest things I've ever seen in my life. And they got him on TV today.
Is Energy Secretary Chris Wright. Mr. Secretary, it's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out, talking about the play. You probably were listening to some of that, but we appreciate you joining us this morning.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Joe.
I'm doing some math here and thinking about the SPR.
He's not doing the math.
We're only at 58% right now. And I look at all the machinations of we tried to refill it, didn't we? And Congress wouldn't give us the money to refill all of it. So now
this is Chris
Wright.
Wright.
Use 172 million out of 415. We'll be below 50% full, won't we?
We will, but as we release this oil to address the short-term needs, we're doing it in swaps. So we're going to release 172 million barrels and swap it for more than 200 million barrels that'll be back in the reserve within a year. So
it doesn't solve the problem, though. It will backfill it in a
this
year.
Is
it doesn't
help us
solve
fill
the
reserve,
problem.
But we need the oil in the short term for a short-term pain for long-term gain.
How does that work? Because I saw that, so that we'll get 200 back with no cost to the taxpayer. How does that work?
Just think of the price structure of oil right now. You know, it's backwardated. So the front month price is much higher than the 12 months out price.
Right. Okay. All right. So
assuming it goes down, right? Assuming they can fucking get it under control.
Yeah, the
it's
math
a big assumption.
Works out. How long does it take for this to help with the total 400 million? Because it's at least 120 days for it all to get there. Hence, we won't see any immediate effect on lowering prices. So we wouldn't expect that, would we?
Well, it's certainly an offset. And again, it's not just the United States that's releasing. You know, it's 30 nations around the world. There's no shortage or even really tight.
It's basically all the United States is 41% of it, I believe. The other stream yesterday made me think I'm not alone. Love Star-Lord. W first chatter. The United States is 40% of the reserve. So, like, yeah, there's 31 other countries, but it's
oil market in the Western Hemisphere.
It's just the United States,
in Asia.
basically.
That's where the oil from the Persian Gulf flows. Japan is releasing 3 times more than their pro rata share.
Ooh,
just addressing where is the struggle is in refineries in Asia. We're just getting oil into those refineries as quick as possible. We're going through a short-term disruption. But it's overdue to address this Iranian threat that's festered and grown for 47 years.
Iran is able to get its own ships through. So at least at this point, it's not optimal the way things are happening. We're having some trouble. We keep hearing, and I think you've said that Iran's ability to threaten shipping is already declining. Can you update us on where we are and how long we're talking about?
This just came out, by the way.
Before we see any progress at all in opening things up?
Well, with President Trump's leadership here, the military is going at full speed. You know, this is an operation that'll take weeks, not months. Every day, enormous progress is made. We're destroying
weeks, not months. I mean, we're already almost 2 weeks in, right?
Their ability to threaten the United States.
Wait, is there a new? There's a new. Hold on, sorry. DNAP, it better be good. The Strait of Hormuz will remain closed within pressure mechanisms. What even is this? Where is this from? And what Squawk Box is what? New Ayatollah's first message. No way. His first message. Hormuz stays closed. Warns more fronts could open. What does that mean? More fronts could open. What does that mean? The new Ayatollah, that's his first message, is the strait will stay closed. Jesus. Okay, let's resume the video. God, oil's ready to candle. Where are we on stocks? Apple's falling off a cliff. Or a SPY. I really just care about like SPY. Q's down 1, SPY down 1. Losing 670. Wants to lose 670. That's not good if it happens. All right. Let's keep going.
States troops in the region to threaten us full speed up. Well, with President Trump's leadership here, the military is going at full speed.
We're almost at
this
2
is an
weeks.
operation that'll take weeks, not months. Every day, enormous progress is made. We're destroying their ability to threaten the United States troops in the region, to threaten their neighbors, and ultimately to threaten energy markets.
But they can't open the strait. They can't get it open. I don't understand.
We're going the opposite direction, right? Massively expanding their missile program, pushing ahead with a nuclear program. If this can had been kicked down the road one more administration, we would end with an Iran that would be ensconced forever with nuclear weapons in that region. Simply unacceptable. So President Trump has been working to, through negotiations, through every effort possible to deliver the right result here. But ultimately, the only option on the table, and
Half of global LNG tankers stranded in the Gulf. About 20 LNG carriers, nearly half the global charter fleet, are stuck in the Persian Gulf. Around 20% of global LNG exports come from Gulf producers, including facilities run by Qatar Energy, some of which have halted output after attacks. Daily LNG freight rates have jumped above $200,000. Wow. Wow. Jeez.
I believe firmly it is the right option, is to destroy their military ability to threaten their neighbors and the straits. But it's a weeks-long operation. It's not days. It's not months.
I think people are
SPY loses 260.
would love to see the Navy being able to escort
SPY loses
a
670.
tanker through the strait. And earlier this week from an X-Post, it looked like that was happening.
Oh, he calls him out.
It wasn't happening. I guess the White House later said that it was incorrect. Why isn't it happening? Can it happen now?
Why
Will
isn't it happening?
Soon that the Navy can do that?
It'll happen relatively soon, but it can't happen now. We're simply not ready. All of our military assets right now are focused on destroying Iran's offensive capabilities and the manufacturing.
Dude, Trump came out yesterday and said they basically have no targets left to hit.
Industry that supplies their offensive capabilities. We don't want this to be a brush off for a year or two. We want to permanently destroy their ability to build missiles, to build drones, to have a nuclear program. It is amazing. They have invested all of the wealth of their country, deprived the rights of all of their people simply to build a war machine. And we are systematically, day by day, destroying that war machine.
Secretary Wright, when you say weeks, not months, for the incursion, the war, whatever you might want to call this, the question that the markets are focused on, does that mean days or weeks before you might be able to start escorting some of those tankers through the strait? When we talked to an oil expert earlier this morning, she suggested that if this carries on for the next couple of weeks through the end of the month, that you could be looking at oil prices above $150. And it's not just oil that there are concerns about. There is helium, tanks of helium trying to get through, because that's critical to making sure we can continue to manufacture semiconductors. There's nothing that can be substituted for the cooling properties of helium with that. Do you think by the end of this month, the U.S. Navy will be escorting some of those ships through the strait?
I think that, yes. I think that.
So yes, by the end of the month, he says yes.
That is quite likely the case. But again, I'll be over at the Pentagon later today. But that is what the military is working on. And yes, a lot of critical materials come out of the Straits of Hormuz. Look, we have a large global economy. Fortunately, with President Trump's policies, the United States is a net exporter of oil. We're a net exporter of natural gas. And in fact, we're growing our net exports of natural gas this spring, this summer. You'll see massively more capacity online by the end of this year. Natural gas is another product. So we've done the right things in the U.S. to make the Western Hemisphere a much better place and to supply the world. But it is short-term pain for the long-term gain. But it's simply
I keep saying this short-term pain.
A must-achieve thing. Otherwise, you've got decades into the future of an Iran that can hold the world hostage whenever it wants. Yes, there is disruption right now to do this. And if the election had gone another way, we probably would. Our kids would be living with Iran, to the end of their lives. That's not acceptable outcome.
Mr. Secretary, I don't think I've seen you or had you on since the endangerment law was, or it was at least repealed. Hard to believe in 2009, even that it passed muster, that you could call something as ubiquitous as CO2, plant food, we all exhale CO2, that you could call that it endangers the public health. So it seemed flawed right from the beginning to me, but it's called one of the biggest rollbacks of over-regulation that we've ever had, but it's not done yet, is it? States are challenging it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Do you think that the science at this point validates that decision to repeal that endangerment finding? Are we slowly coming to the other side of the whole climate hysteria that we've been through?
I sure hope so, and I absolutely do believe so, Joe. This was another one of those things that just, it got stuck into the regulatory regime. It unfortunately got upheld by a very unfortunate Supreme Court decision. This will run back through the courts again, but the data, the facts were never there to support this decision, and this is a regulatory creep that just crushed our ability to build new power plants in this country, to get rid of people's lawnmowers and tell them which water heater they can use and what outdoor refrigerator was virtuous enough for them. Just a massive government overcreep. Another one of those things people assume was stuck. President Trump is bold. He's full of common sense. He's like, no, let's address that endangerment finding. We're not going to leave that to future generations. He doesn't want to leave the Iran growing threat and a nuclear-armed Iran to future generations as well. So, yes, it takes courageous leadership to go through the few weeks we're in right now to get it done, but it's the right thing for America. It's the right thing for the world.
Well, it's not dead yet. And the dead enders in this, I see it on social media and everything else. They really want it to be true. I'm not really sure why, but the idea that we might not have an existential crisis or catastrophic anthropogenic global warming, they cling to it.
All right. Well, that is was it Energy Secretary? What's his official title? Head of Energy. That's Chris Wright, and I believe he also made a comment. SPY over 670 now. Nice sick candle. He made a comment, and I don't know where he made the comment, but he said $200 oil is very unlikely. And he sort of just drew a line in the sand, right? Bitcoin nice candle as well. He kind of like gave us a price target. It feels Q's down 1%. SPY here. What else? I must have Microsoft down 1.5. Circle candling. Circle's the best coin ever, bro. Stock, whatever. Look at this shit. Filthy. Absolutely filthy. Stop loss at 200. Yeah. Real. Hyperliquid is where? Wow. 37.7 on Hyperliquid. 37.7. Okay, so here's a couple markets worth following. I actually don't know why we weren't paying more attention to these. It's actually a pretty good barometer for us. U.S. x Iran ceasefire by when? Is today March 15th? No. That's in 3 days. It's basically 0% chance. By March 31st, 25% chance. By April 30, only a 47% chance of poly. And this has volume, bro. This has 21 million volume. This, bro, if we get to April 30 and the fucking Strait is still... I'm going to parlay ceasefire to meaning Strait being open or closed. I don't know if that's a bad way to think about it. But they're saying 2 to 4 weeks. This is saying absolutely not. And bro, if the Strait's not open by then, what is this going to be at? What is oil going to be at by April 30th? Is that a fair parlay? Call me out if it's not. Strait opening equals ceasefire. It feels right to me, but I don't know. By May 31st, only 54. June 30, 61%. I mean, this could drag on. Polymarket is saying this is going to drag the fuck on. And then we have this. A lot smaller volume, so maybe less signal here. But Trump announces end of military operations against Iran by when? 41% by March 31st versus 25. So maybe this is better. You could end military operations before ceasefire is done. 77% by April 30, 85 by June 30. 31% chance by the 31st, though. 41%, I mean, by March 31st. So we'll see. But the higher this goes, the lower this goes, or inverse. SPY back down. Oof, kind of a gnarly candle back down, actually. What's your TP? I don't have one. I'm just here for the plot at this point. I'm genuinely just trading it for the plot at this point. So I was thinking about it last night. I'll talk about it more on the 3:30 stream, but I was thinking last night, how does this end? And for whatever reason, we're not done in Iran. I don't exactly know what has to happen for us to be done. Some arbitrary metric of nuclear capacity is destroyed. I don't really know what that means. I don't think anyone exactly knows what that means. Trump came out and said there's practically no targets left to hit in Iran. If that's really true, it's a little bit scary because then what still has to be accomplished is unclear. But regardless, there's something, unknown mission they need to accomplish. We don't know what it is. And they're basically incapable of opening the strait, is what we've determined. I've read conflicting news sources that Iran has said we will stop on the strait if you guys stop hitting us. I don't know how true that is. Maybe we're beyond the point of reconciliation here. But it feels like this chart, if this goes high enough, Trump at a certain point has no choice but to just come out and declare that we've won and just stop in Iran. Oh. Okay, so maybe not on the whole they're going to stop thing if we stop. Maybe that's not going to be the case, actually. Now that I read the new headline that came out 7 seconds ago. Walter Bloomberg, Iran's supreme leader says vengeance is priority until fully achieved. Yeah. So SPY doesn't like that either. Let's see what the poly market insta react on that or no. No, 0. This went down a little, I think. So it feels like basically we're gonna keep doing what we want to do in Iran unless this gets high enough. And then Trump is going to just declare victory, bomb a few more things, declare victory, and then let's just call it. That kind of feels like how this ends if there's no other out. If oil stops going up, then we could go longer. But it feels pretty direct. The longer the strait is closed, the higher oil goes. Like I think that we've like established this is true. IGV still looking good. Where else are we at? Brent on here is 97. 97. Palantir losing it. Straker remain closed even on declaring victory. Yeah, I know. But declare victory, market rips, oil dumps, and then you figure out some way to nasty NVIDIA candle as well. Part of me hopes Calvin is wrong for the sake of society. There's definitely truths to what Calvin is saying, but the actual answer is probably somewhere in between, right? It's like the Bitcoin maxis that tell you in order for it to, when they were saying in order for it to do 100K, we have to have World War III. It's not exactly what happened, but we still got there. It's like probably somewhere in the middle. Nasty NVIDIA candle here. I can't lie. Iran is also allowing ships to go through for friendly countries. Bangladesh plus India so far. Yeah. Look at this. Leg down. Apple now down a full 2%. SanDisk's down 3.6. Amazon 1.18. Yeah, like ugly candles here, but it isn't horrific. But SPY at 668 is pretty gross. I can't lie. Well, this thing just looks like it wants to fucking... I got up. What happened to it? Not that much, realistically. Pretty sure they denied the India rumor. Okay, so what do I have? This headline, Chris Wright. Okay, he's the energy secretary. I had it right. They're not ready to escort ships. Okay, so this is something gnarly that happened as well. We'll talk about this later for sure. Is So a couple people just like walked into this military base, U.S. military base at Fort Campbell, and just walked out with drones. It's like, what? And so the conspiracy theorists are going crazy. I'm not even sure you can call them conspiracy theorists anymore after everything that's happened. So they just walk into Fort Campbell, walk out with like military drones. And the US is like, we'll pay $5,000 for info on it. What are we talking about? And so then this is the conspiracy angle, is they're priming the pump big time for a false flag. So the FBI posted this, which is before $5,000. What the fuck? I almost spent $5,000 on a guy to come set up the open claw on stream for 200 people. $5,000. $5,000, I'm minding my own fucking business is what I'm doing. So the FBI posts this. Before most attacks, attackers often show concerning behaviors or exhibit signs that they are on a path to violence. You may be in a unique position to observe these signs.
In that process,
I don't want to watch this even. So they post this, and then this is the conspiracy. Look at Tesla. Okay, we'll do the conspiracy in a second. It's bad. Oof. Gnarly. NVIDIA reclaiming it a little bit. SPY 669. So everyone's like false flag, false flag, false flag. Now here's a Tucker Carlson take. It's 1:30. Let's watch it.
And what does it mean to win? Well, the most obvious and often repeated observation about this conflict is totally true. Iran's threshold for victory is very low. It just needs to survive. The regime has to remain intact. Now, in order to change the regime, everyone pretty much agrees you would need ground forces. You'd need troops, boots on the ground, American boots on the ground, in order to do that. And there is zero appetite for that in this administration.
This is the discussion, is the U.S., whether they knew this or not, can't get the Strait open. And it seems like you can't get it open by the air is what we've learned, at least so far. It's like 40 kilometers wide.
Much less in the country. Israel would like us to commit ground troops, obviously. But it would take a lot to get us to do that. It would take some sort of terror attack in the United States, probably like 9/11, in order for us to do that. But that hasn't happened yet. We pray it never happens. So at this point,
I hate how he's like, yet. He's like, yet.
Point,
I don't like that.
We're not going to commit ground troops, which does sort of put the whole exercise in perspective. If Iran's burgeoning nuclear program was really a threat to our core national security interests, then of course we would commit ground troops, because any threat to our core national security interests merits committing ground troops. But this one didn't. And the people who decided this were told or believed somehow that we could effect regime change from the air, because Iran was in a pre-revolutionary stage and all we needed to do was like topple the head figure, like dominoes cascading, that would set off a chain reaction that installed a pro-Western government in Tehran. That was the argument. These arguments always seem ludicrous in retrospect. You always laugh at them. Really? Did you really think that? Well, apparently we really did. But almost 2 weeks in, that has not happened. By the way, that would be a great outcome, because it would end.
So I don't know. I feel like he's doing too much. He's like hype about it. He's talking about we need a 9/11. They need, like, his take is basically that we need boots on the ground in order for it to happen. There's going to be a 9/11 terrorist level attack on the U.S. and then we're going to do it. It's like, all right. It's a little bit fucking. You're jumping a few hoops to get there. You know? He's definitely jumping a few hoops to get there. For sure. And now all I'm hearing is everyone's like, oh, yeah, to one spicy people, everyone's like, oh, there's sleeper cells in the U.S., da-da-da. I'm like, fuck my life. You know? Fuck me. Get me out of New York City then, if we're going to do this. This is, I don't know. It's like the conspiracy on Twitter today. I wake up and this is every third tweet is like, they're setting up the false flag at light speed. It's like, all right. It feels one step into mayhem. Like a little bit out there, but speaking of mayhem, okay, oil retracing the candle a little bit. We're kind of flat here. Like, it's not really going crazy. And SPY is like holding on for dear life at the moment. And Calvin is tweaking. Completely tweaking. Is the market finally beginning to panic? I mean, he's tweaking, bro. It's almost like a biblical reckoning is upon us. Long time listener, first time caller. Would you be interested in covering yourself in crude oil and standing in an empty barrel for $10,000? First time chatter. Bro. Let's see if there's anything else. Sign me up. Recession risks as oil surges. Kalshi traders see 31% chance of U.S. recession in 2026. Yeah, I mean, this is basically where we're at today, gentlemen. I do get some insane first-time chatters. We have a lot to cover later today. GM, zero first-time chatter, welcome. We have a lot to cover later today. And this market is going to be the most important market, at least for the week. I don't know, at least for the next couple of days. At least for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably through next week, and we'll see what happens. But you heard Chris Wright today, and he says, who knows how long this is going to go on for. And I don't really think this market, it's hard for equities to go up while this like rages on here. I don't really see any other way. Like, we kind of have to solve this. And we read the Trump comments where he basically says, more important to me, Iran is stopped than high oil price. Trump, U.S. makes a lot of money when oil price goes up. Well, he's getting his wish that this thing is going up. And we will see what happens after this. Damn, it's just candling right now. Fuck my. Ugh. Where's Brent? 97.3. Also, the post that I'm seeing is like this. I saw a couple people say this now. This Trump comment is that Besson's no longer in the order books. Besson's not shorting anymore. I saw a few people say this. Dickey said it in his Telegram, and Rodeo just said it. Right. Release of reserve oil is in part about ensuring near-term supply of oil in Asia. Is he speaking right now? No way he's speaking right now. Damn, he should probably stop talking, huh? Yeah. Interesting. All right, well, that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. I'm not gonna go too deep in anything. Let's just do a final market check real quick. Where are we at? Bitcoin, hold it on. It's just Sailor, but fuck it, we'll take it, right? Hype. It's fine. SPY 670 and holding on. IGV somehow is green. A couple individual names getting crushed. Nvidia down 2, still Sandisk 3, Apple 2. Microsoft is basically flat. Oracle basically flat. Oof. God. Micron's down 3.2. Tesla down. Oh, nasty Tesla. Amazon down 1, bouncing a little bit. Google's at 1.25. Chemical names are all ripping. Jesus, shout out Tulip King. Palantir's kind of ripping. Everything energy is up a lot, obviously. Oil's up. And Zcash, baby, 210. All right. That's where we're at. That's where we're going to conclude today. Quick little market open. I kind of thought we were going to fucking wake up to blood in the water. I said I got to be here for it and see what happens. Maybe it's for the better that we didn't, but I stream today. If you're a morning watcher only, I'm live at 3:30 p.m. EST, and we go way deeper into stuff. I'm high energy. I don't sound fucking terrible, and I'll be dialed. So 3:30, we have a lot to cover. We have certified doomer, Calvin. Also, I fucking went out last night. Like I don't even know how I woke up today. I didn't think I was gonna wake up today. I woke up at 8, and I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this, but we fucking did it. Felt important. Calvin Doomer is gonna come on, probably a 3-hour stream. An important one. Friday's usually kind of boring, so it'll be an important one today. And pull up 3:30 p.m. EST. Same links, same Twitch, same YouTube, same Twitter. I'm not hard to find. It's a big stream. Every stream is the biggest stream ever until the next one, baby. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.